Can I get it? There we go. Welcome, everybody. My name is Mercolium, and you have just clicked onto The Devil's Advocates. It is a satirical debate show where you get put onto a side, and you don't get to choose necessarily if you're pro or con. With me today, we have got... let's go with Thorne. Welcome, Thorne. This is your first time here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I had my show earlier. It's called Bad Optics. Basically, it's a single subject kind of discussion type show. I decided I'm going to show quite a bit of skin on there, so there's that. And also, it's just like a bunch of good folks having a great discussion. Today was about gun violence and homicide, and next week I don't know what it's going to be, but
that's one of the hard things about having a show is trying to come up with topics sometimes, and I feel you on that one. But
yeah, I usually figure it out around Tuesday the following week.
I usually come up with questions the night before, so
Yeah,
I appreciate you coming on. And we've got, I'm just gonna go down the list in order what we got here. Sir Wolfie back again. How are you today, Sir Wolfie?
I'm doing good. As most of you all know, I do content as in commentary. I have a couple of live streams, and well, as far as I know, I've been talking to Red and Irate about a weekly thing.
Nice. Weekly is good. It's easier to produce. So it's daily. Daily can be a headache. So I'm glad to have you here. And once again, we still have, as always, we've got the Red and Only. As Red, how you doing?
Not bad. Like Wolfie said, we're talking about doing a weekly show and getting together some ideas, and so that way people can hear me rant and rage at people. So it's great. And then we'll actually have some information too. So
nice.
But I'm tired today.
Yes. Now joining us, we've got OCCAM'S Razor. Occam, this is your first time here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Welcome. I appreciate you coming on. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. And do you want me to describe what I do?
Yeah, might as well. Plug yourself.
So I make videos on my YouTube channel that cover political topics or stupid videos or articles I find on the internet. It'll vary what I do, but I just try to cover as many interesting topics as I can.
Nice. I'm sure we'll definitely check that out once we get done here. Well, thank you for coming on. And joining us once again, it's always a pleasure to have him, the one and only, the Irate Prostate. How are you?
Hey, cyberspace cadets, this is the Irate Prostate here. We're going to have some fun tonight, aren't we?
Oh, that we are. Now, are we getting the Irate Prostate tonight, or are we getting Alex?
Alex may show up later. It depends, on the question sometimes. But
I don't want you to hurt your voice.
Yeah, fuck that dude. Yeah, I'm the one I'm the star of this fucking deal.
Nice. Well, appreciate you coming on again.
Appreciate the asking, and appreciate the tits. Can always use more tits in my life. So yeah, thanks.
Again, appreciate you. Now joining us for the first time. Sorry, I had a slight distraction outside my booth here. We have Broede. Broede, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about you?
I am doing excellent. I'm pleased to have all these wonderful guests. So what do you have for us, Broede? What do you do?
Well, I have a YouTube channel and a Twitter where I basically I talk about secular issues and things like that. I try to tackle things that I think are ridiculous, like how crazy feminism gets, how crazy Christians are getting in our legislation and shit. Or excuse me, I'm not sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss or not. I apologize.
Ah, fuck it.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing a new thing. It's just kind of started, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm glad to have you here.
You used to do gaming content.
I think we all did at one point.
Yeah.
I know my channel, I've still got gaming content up, and I'm trying to do at least once a week. But we'll get into that later. So for those of you who have seen this episode, we're on episode 9 now, and I've been trying to evolve this into something that's a little bit more respectable. And at least, I don't want to say respectable, but a little bit more legitimate as to a game show. So that being said, I would like to welcome everybody to the new setup. of the Devil's Advocates. Hopefully we'll be able to track whose side or who's on whose side a little bit easier today, and I'll show you how we're going to do that here in a minute.
Who's on first?
Yes, what's on second, and I don't know who's on third. But as you can see on here, we've got the chat, so everybody can say their piece, and I don't think I'm going to censor it, so that's going to become cancer here in a minute. But let's go into our topics today. Our topics are going to be dog eat dog, the birth rate, thinning the herd, the couch, and beefcake. Normally I have six questions up there, but it's been kind of a weird week for me, so we've only got 5. But we're going to spin the wheel and choose teams here. So, spinning the wheel. First up, red. Red and only. You get to choose pro or con.
Wait, what? I get to pick?
Yes, you get to pick.
I'm going to go con.
All right. Red is on the con side.
I am the professional con.
And next up, going on the pro side, Thorne. Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna go.
Nice.
I'm gonna go con.
No, you're actually gonna go pro side. Sorry.
All right.
What it is?
Sorry. We'll switch this up again at the end.
Yes, you'll get switched up.
Yeah, the first one gets to pick it.
Yep. Joining the con side. My apologies, Thorne, on that one. Is going to be OCCAM is going to be joining red. I'll put him over there.
Okay.
Joining Thorne is Broede. Broede, you're on the pro side. And then joining the con side, which is going to put Irate Prostate on the con side and Survive on the pro side.
All right.
All righty. Let's group you guys up. Now, can everybody see that? You know which team you're on?
Yeah.
Perfect. That way we have less confusion.
No, I'm blind.
I can cut off.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay. I know where I am.
Boom. There you go. Hope that works.
It's fine.
So again, this is the first time I'm doing this on this setup, so help me out with if there's something that's not working, feel free to tell me. All right, let's move on to the first question. The first question is going to be beefcake. This is actually a carryover from last week. And where did I put it? There it is, beefcake. Under the title of beefcake, nice little picture there.
Jesus.
Should it be considered child endangerment if parents allow their children to become morbidly obese?
Yes,
And
I got the con side.
pro side. We're going to let this go to you first, pro side. You get to lead off. Feel free to take the argument.
All right,
you
pro
the pros
side,
are-
pro side. They're little kids. They're going to grow. Then maybe they'll grow thinner. Yeah, they get good nutrition. Healthier that way. That means they're getting their fats and their juices and all that.
All right, so I'm going to clarify this just a little bit.
And they're going to be really good to put in the oven.
I'm going to clarify this a little bit. So, pro side, you are for it being considered child endangerment for them to do.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Con side, you are against this. No, this is not child endangerment. Okay?
All right. I can take it off.
All right. So let's try this one more time. So, pro side, we're going to send this over to you.
All right. You got a problem with child obesity, childhood diabetes, and all that? Go ahead and go Thorne.
I mean, there's got to be something wrong when you're making your kid look like a tiny version of the fucking Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That's not fucking normal. You're setting your kid up for a whole life of pain. They're gonna get teased. They're gonna be unhealthy. I mean, look at like it really does look like you're fattening them up for dinner. This is
And what do you-
This is not how you treat children.
Yeah. And what do you? God damn it! I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah,
Not
that's
to
how you
mention the
treat
heart
turkeys.
disease as they grow up. And
Oh, what kind of
Things
shitty
like
parents
that.
are these people that just keep stuffing their kids full? It's like a turkey for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's how you treat like fucking pigs, not kids.
All right. Con side, what do you got?
these poor little children, okay, they are still little children. Just because they're in, they're large adults in a small package is all it is. And it's not endangerment. I mean, these are seriously first world problems. Let the kids have these first world problems. I mean, other people aren't getting fed enough. And this is just showing how great America is. We can make fat babies. And hell, you know what? You can even solve other people's hunger problems by using fat babies. I mean, it's not endangerment, it's enrichment for the rest of the world. All you have to do is feed them and then pass them around. I mean, boom, problem solved all the way around.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I agree. And also they could be used as like really cool decor. Like, could you imagine like instead of just normal balloons, you dress little children in like fancy clothing and you got like these fat little children balloons, because they're all so fat that they just look like balloons, and you just like hoist them up, and you got all these like children balloons sitting around. So
that's offensive, sir.
Dude,
How
yeah.
dare you.
Make America diabetic again. My God.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
we're still
All right, here's
already
the
the number
deal.
one in diabetes.
Here's the deal. This wonderful country that we call the United States, it's built around this beautiful sport known as football. Where do you think front linemen come from, right? They don't come from nothing. They come from fat little babies. You've got to have those big boys up front. I
knew it.
How in the hell are you going to block for the quarterback?
I knew it. America's fattening our kids up to start up a giant fat army.
Yeah, but none of them can run.
they roll.
It's called rolling.
Roll them down the field.
What's it going to be? A sluggish football?
Put treads on them and make human tanks out of them.
They can just roll if they're fat enough. They'll just roll. They just
And
lay
it's
on
not
the ground.
child endangerment,
Roll.
it's human enrichment is what it is. Human species enrichment.
We keep that up with them getting fat like that. It's going to be like row home diabetes. Row home.
Like, could you imagine looking
Yeah.
out your window?
No,
You see a kid rolling down the street. It's like they see me roll and they hate, and like, could you imagine that? That would be wonderful.
They're paying for all your shit because you can't fucking
With that bike.
move.
Look, just admit it. You just want to eat these fat babies. Just admit it.
Yeah, you want a straight up modest proposal, don't you?
Why not? What's wrong with that?
I swear I was going to go with all this shit. Think about it. We could solve world hunger.
Yeah, I mean,
but
overpopulation.
they-
Overpopulation.
No.
Overpopulation
It's
is
so
a
hard to
problem.
Even if you decimate,
It's all fat on their
take
bodies.
1/10 of the obese kid
they
population
are-
and feed them to the rest of the world.
Yeah, see, you guys are looking at this the whole
All right,
wrong way.
all right,
It's-
all right.
The
They
world is
won't have
overpopulated as it
The
is.
meat won't even be marmalade enough.
But see, you guys are looking at this the wrong way. There's overpopulation.
You're welcome,
Way too many
Africa.
people in the world.
Really? So we're just going to have all their kids explode?
Why not?
Give America
It would
Kung
make
Fu
the
again.
4th
birthday.
of July
Boom.
much more entertaining, I can tell you that much.
Or how about
You know,
this?
you know
Instead
eating
of
humans gives you fucking kuru, right? Like
See-
all that sorts of prion disease and fuck.
yeah, but see,
Don't
look at
eat
it this
their
way.
brains, for
We've got a way
Christ's
to fight
sake.
terrorism too now. Is
What are you gonna eat
we
their
don't
fat
have to worry
children,
about
but not
drugs of
even
peace.
brains.
We'll have babies of peace.
Are you,
You know,
really going to eat that baby fat? I mean, come on. That's not going to be healthy
No.
for you.
It's all
We're gonna
fat.
use them as babies of peace. We'll send them over there with little
No.
like sticks of dynamite and just
Now you were talking cannibalism. You can't backpedal now.
Oh no,
right?
we gotta blow them up and cook them first.
Look, just face it, Thorne. The fact is, they just want to fatten our kids up so that they can use them for entertainment.
You
They
just
just
wanna-
want to laugh at them and make fun of them.
No, they just
And
want to
then
eat
turn
children.
fat
You're all
to
horrible
fuel.
people.
And
They'll
have
be like
any
little
of you ever
fucking
had to try to
little
watch
comedians.
children?
It should
Those
be
things
good
move
enough for
too damn
anybody.
fast. Those kids move too damn fast. So if you fatten them up, it's easier to watch them and make sure they don't get into trouble too.
It'll toughen them up.
Oh, wow.
Think of
Look
the
at
investment
parenting skills on
opportunities.
this.
Think
Yeah,
of
then
the
they-
investment opportunities.
Then they just get into the fucking fridge.
No, what
Yeah,
I really
you
think it
fucking
is, they
food.
want to fatten the babies up so they can milk the government for more money.
But you want to talk about money.
Well, think about all the new
Democrat.
furniture we can design. Think about a live-in refrigerator. There's like a
would have
couch and a
living
television
garbage
built
disposal.
into it. Why
No
not?
laundry bills. No laundry
What do you
bills.
go to
no
power?
bill.
What do you go to power
I mean,
with
you
it? They're fat?
Well, no, see, you just open up a hole in the bottom, so no diaper bills. I mean, come on,
Exactly.
this just solves itself.
Exactly.
Oh, that's foul.
Yeah,
Gonna let her run
you're
around,
asking child
with the
abuse.
feces.
More
Having
fucking
feces
child
everywhere.
Called the walk-in freezer.
We could start a pro bowling league using fat round children that
Using
roll
other
themselves
round
down the
children.
lane.
Exactly.
You could make millions, billions off of that. You could turn it into the new national pastime. People will be watching
And you
that
can
on
use
television.
them as the pins
Oh, I'd
too.
watch that.
Think about pins that won't fall down, like
But-
weebles.
That's all they're gonna
They
do is
wouldn't
fall
roll
down.
down
A
with
bunch
Just
of
fucking
human
round.
weebles.
Okay,
wobble,
Irate.
but they don't fall down.
How many babies have you eaten?
Think about how many
tell me
ER bills we're
Look,
going to save
look.
with these
Red
wobbling
eats
weeble
babies.
babies. Okay?
Exactly.
Wobbling weeble babies will
Could
not.
you
They won't
imagine?
break their
Look.
legs. They won't break their
Look.
arms. And
I rate
Eater.
prostate.
You could
I rate
station.
prostate.
yes,
I rate prostate. You try to use them for a bowling ball, they'd just roll down a little bit and go splat, and then they'd look like a fat sea turtle wiggling around.
See,
that would
No,
be
no, no.
interesting.
I'll say,
I
and
think
they
watch
throw
that.
themselves.
they say the babies, the other white meat, okay, and there will be meat in there
Oh,
somewhere.
that's right.
All right,
Yum.
Young
That
and
sounds
tender.
But what if it's a black baby? Then it wouldn't be white.
Enjoy your
the meat's
free
still
item.
white.
Are you sure?
There's only one way to find out.
Well, I was gonna say there's only one way to find out. I'm taking a trip downtown tonight.
Give me your best black baby.
Alrighty then. I think on
That
that
is
point we're gonna
black
stop
baby.
right there. Holy shit!
Wham,
Okay, that was good.
motherfucker. Wham.
I didn't even get to say my my
Do
great
Asian
idea
babies
Go.
taste like soy sauce?
Shut up and let Oakham talk.
So we could station these kids out, forget the old-fashioned buoys out on the ocean. Get these fat children to just sit out in the water. They'll float because they're
They're buoyant.
the fat will keep them above water.
Yeah.
And then they can talk and give weather reports to passing sailors as they go by, and we can like have
They're babies. They
the
can't
internet.
speak.
The baby
Yeah,
Yeah.
turn on for
small children with the ability to speak.
Is it a girl? No, it's a baby buoy.
It's a buoy.
Go nut.
There's a special place in hell for me waiting right now.
Yeah,
Small
it's called upper
children
management.
acting as buoys.
Exactly.
Upper middle management.
We're going to
All
call
right.
center. It's called Q&A.
So I think we're
Okay,
gonna.
chat. Apparently, Merck's trying to get a vote. Who won? Pro side or con side?
Looks like it's a 1-to-1 currently. Pro, one for pro, one for con.
What did the crowd think about the buoy?
Hit
idea?
1 for pro and hit 2 for con. Vote
Yeah.
now.
Hit 7 if you liked my idea about the buoys.
It's not a baby girl. It's a baby buoy.
All right.
Hit
That
9
might be
so
some-
you can see my
Give
dick.
America diabetes again.
Are you?
Oh,
All right. So we're gonna move
special
on
place to know.
to the second question. Looks it's still a split 1-to-1. There's only 2 people voting.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the next question, and we'll come back to the vote for the
And we,
first
and we
round.
love those 2 people that are
Oh,
voting.
and then
don't
we've
we?
got
Yes, we do.
Agnosis. Agnosis, can you hear
Oh
us?
yes,
Oh, I can hear you just fine.
Wait,
All
is
right.
that a 7 I saw?
yes, there is a 7 up there.
Good job.
Yeah, that was a 7.
Since
And
you
if you
did-
like
Solving
that
the world's
idea-
problems.
You might like my other ideas on my YouTube channel as well, so go check it out.
Shill
Oh,
whore.
that's still in real easy.
Pimping
Well,
that
let-
shit and shit, baby. That's
So,
right.
Merck, here's an idea. We have
my
Agnosis play the
boy.
real devil's advocate and let him bounce between back and forth. Let him just be chaotic neutral.
I go both ways, like a bisexual.
There we go. See?
Ah. You're a
we'll
trisexual.
let him play. I'll let him play in the center today.
I'm a trisexual.
You're the center
baby.
square,
I'll try
Agnosis.
anything.
So I
All
get
right.
stuck between 2 people. That just sounds dirty. I'm okay with it.
All right. So moving on, we're gonna go to the next. So this is gonna go to the con side first. Ooh, dog eat dog. Let me switch over here for a second.
That's an AC/DC song, man.
Fact it is.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
All right. Underdog eat dog.
Uh-oh, hang on. Oh, never mind.
Yep. Somebody thought the stream froze.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Underdog eat dog.
Yeah, if I didn't get, but
Should we allow sanctioned and regulated animal fights?
Are we still on the same sides?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
we're
no.
con.
Yeah,
We're
we're
con,
con.
and we go first, and that's a hell no. The dogs are all right, if you want to fight any kind of creatures, you fight cats against things, okay? Because cats are fucking useless. A dog will take a bullet for your ass, man. A dog will bark. He'll be your what word I'm looking for? Your alarm
best
system.
friend.
Your best friend. You know, the dogs they're one of the most important creatures that historically they're known as man's best friend. You know, if you're going to fight anything, fight cats or even chickens. You know, cockfighting is very, very, very popular, especially with Hispanic people, and it's not regulated, and I think it should be.
Fucking racist.
Now,
Right?
wait a minute. Hold on. See, I'm going to say we don't regulate the fighting, but not for the reasons others might say. I say if you regulate it, it becomes too crazy, like with steroids and all this other stuff. And I mean, honestly, if you want, to solve a problem, dogs will solve a problem for you in a heartbeat. No problem at all. But I'm saying we don't sanction dogfight between dogfight. I say we let it go and let the dogs fight the handlers. Let's just settle that shit that way. And then if it's not sanctioned, then we don't have to worry about crimes or anything like that.
Right. And the cruelest handlers will get killed the fastest.
Yeah.
That's humane.
See,
I
I'm
think
going
we
to
should
have
say-
I
to.
like that idea, Red. That's excellent.
I'm going to have to oppose the idea of these animal fights because why would you settle for animal fights like that when you could have gladiators? Let's bring back gladiators. Make gladiator fighting great again.
That's
You're
a great idea.
looking at this wrong. It could be good for the dogs. Here's how. You get all these animal shelters that are short on all this money, right? And you get dogs that you can't fucking adopt out. So if you just fight them against each other, they can sell fucking tickets and actually fund the animal shelter for the dogs that can get adopted out. You're thinking about this all the wrong way.
It would help
do
the
have kids that can't
economy
get
and it would
adopted,
also
too.
help the overpopulation of dogs.
Yeah, it's a win-win.
So like a dog Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, see,
So what
they're
do you-
they're for the annihilation of animals. They want to save the weaker species, not the
Nope.
strong species. You guys want to save the weak species.
Wait, you don't know how a cull works? You cull the ones that have the really aggressive dogs that are aggressive anyway. They're all gonna get. They're just like take them and put them to sleep in the back. This way, the shelter can actually make money off of them.
So let me get this straight. I may want to eat babies, but you want to beat up dogs.
Oh, is that where we're going?
Oh yeah, that's what you
Oh, you went
Real
there.
fast.
Oh, you went there. Okay, I tell you
That's where
what.
we're going.
We're cannibal.
At least it's not inhumane.
See, it appears they care more about the animals than they do the human beings. But
Yeah.
if that was the case, then why don't they agree with me on gladiator fights?
But that's always the case, isn't it, with those damn PETA people?
Gladiators.
Okay.
Don't touch the
Everybody
animals.
shut up.
Yeah,
and
kill
other
every-
animals
kill the
as well
babies.
as dogs.
Dude, let's not bring PETA into this. No one likes PETA.
I like pita sandwiches.
I said pita bread is good.
I hear they taste good.
You like people sandwiches.
That too.
And
But I only want my
pork.
baby back ribs.
On that real quick, is it wrong to eat a veal sandwich on pita bread?
That is wrong.
But it's still
That-
right.
So,
That's punishable by death, probably, I assume.
It's illegal in most states.
All right, so I'm going to put this back out to. We're going to end this one on here. I'm going to put this back out to the chat. So, chat, you get to decide. We'll go 1 for pro, 2 for con. Go ahead and cast your votes, and we'll pick them up here in a minute.
remember, save economics.
And make sure to support the gladiator fighting. Hashtag make gladiators great again.
Don't
see it in the
forget more economics. And they use dogs and lions in gladiator fights too.
Occam's
Yeah.
razor 2020 presidency. Make gladiators great again.
Okay, that's enough from the baby killers for a second here. Let's get serious
Kill
for
a
just
dog,
a second.
save a baby,
Let's
right?
let's just get to the point here. First of all, you know what? Maybe, but whatever. It's a dog.
It's tied again.
It's only going to live for what 15 years anyway, right?
Yeah.
No, they need to be the ones that yeah. Have you seen?
And they have like
How
7
big
babies
they
at
get?
once.
Have you seen how big they get and strong they get? You
And they
need
have, like,
you need the strong to call out the weak, so
And
the
they have,
species
like,
can
Need to
survive.
cut out. Oh, overpopulation control.
Yeah, because they have like 7 to 9 puppies at once. He was just we had just one.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna go nuts if you just let them. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Miami-Dade County Animal Shelter. Honestly, if I was a dog, I'd rather fucking kill
think
myself
about it.
than
We
be in
could
that
sell
shelter.
tickets, sell merchandise, and the drug market with
And
certain
then-
supplements and vitamins for the dogs to be healthier.
And then when the fights are done, then you can sell some nice lean cuts of dog.
Hello, Chinese chocolate.
Yeah, we're
I
not.
think that's like Korean or something.
Then we
Get
sell it to
more out
North
of a baby.
Korea, and we can embed poison in the dogs and sell it to North Korea.
Oh, sure.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. That's right.
Listen to this. Listen
Beat
to
'em
this
without firing
racism.
a fucking
What the hell?
bullet.
Listen to this racism.
Great.
Not racism. We're just saying that Chinese eat dogs. What are you talking about? That's not.
Oh,
This
I
is
don't
racism
have
or
racist about that.
This is
speciesism.
not about race. It's about culture.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that doesn't have a problem with China eating dogs?
It's
That-
one
that-
to one
that-
again, so
Actually,
it's still
That's going to be for the next episode.
Let me tell you
Okay.
a story about my dad when he went to Korea, and when he got in, and he went to go. The sergeant met him and took him in, and they went to go have. That's a good old boy from the South in Alabama, and he goes. They go into this little cafe, and it's really cute, and they see this the Greyhound bus line sign up on top of the cafe, and they're like, "Oh wow, it's a bus! This is great. They have great food where he's from." And so the sergeant tells him what to order, and he's just chewing these ribs. He's like, "Oh my God, these are great. What are these? Are these baby back?" Sergeant looks at him straight and says, "I don't know what they are, but don't say heel or it might choke on the way down."
Eh. Oh wow.
Ooh. Hey,
I
guess
always
what?
told my dog that if I was ever in a situation where we were desperate and starving, that I would definitely eat her. My husband's like, "Oh my God, that's horrible." I'm like, "Don't start, or I'll eat you too."
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Joke's on you. You're the next on the
But
list.
see, that backs my argument up that a dog will take a bullet for you. A dog will die for you.
I'm skitting. My dog wouldn't. I pretended to pass out. She kept walking.
All right, so we're gonna move on here and go off to the next one. We're gonna do one more round with the same teams, then we'll mix it back up again. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey.
You guys having fun? The newbies, are you having fun figuring this out now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Sounds like it's getting a little bit more lively. All right, moving on. Next question is, hey, Red. Birth
Oh
rate.
God. Oh God.
Yes.
More babies.
And under.
I'm going to be eating more children tonight, aren't I?
Yes.
Just
And under the
change this so
topic.
we're all going to hell.
Under the topic of birth rates. Australia has recently made a push to give males the ability to give birth.
Oh, that's so fucking retarded.
Should Arnold Schwarzenegger sue for copyright infringement for his movie The Junior?
Oh.
That's excellent, man.
I just forgot which poison argument.
That's funny as shit.
The pros get to go first on this, right?
Yes, you
'Cause-
do.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah, I mean,
I
come
want
on,
my
Australia.
fucking money. Give me
You
my
need a
fucking
whole
money
country.
now. Huh?
It's
I want my money.
doing an
Give
Arnold
it to me.
Schwarzenegger impression.
It's not too bad, is it?
It's our turn.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible, and it's our turn.
Sorry.
Prostate, take it.
Totally threw me off. I don't remember what I was saying now.
He's trying. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Australia, the whole big ass continent of Australia, and versus poor little Schwarzenegger. I mean, come on, the guy needs. Look at where he's at in life. Look at his station. Okay, he's already done the Terminator. He's done the Governator thing. He's had his run-ins with steroids and women. The guy needs. You need to cut him some slack. Don't steal his shit. He ain't got much left. Yeah, he should sue. Sue the hell out of him. Who wants to carry a thing they're just going to eat in 9 months anyway, if they're them anyway? You know, no, men don't need to do that. And he should definitely sue them and take them for all they're worth, which is probably not much.
Yeah, Australia clearly stole Arnold Schwarzenegger's idea. This is an absolute clear case of copyright infringement, if I've ever seen one.
No, see, I think that he absolutely should not sue. I think that before he would consider suing, he should go and have an actual baby himself. So that way he knows how it feels. He needs to have a really strong baby. So that means him and Sylvester Stallone are going to have a baby.
Haven't you ever seen the movie Junior? He had a baby.
Yeah, how dare you, sir? How dare
No, I mean, outside of acting, in real life, he's going to have to defy biology. Defy biology.
You know, this is his life.
No,
This is
come
his
on.
life.
But this man, okay, now he's had to molest house servants and maids and nannies just to get it through the day. I mean, this man came up with the idea and actually was brave enough to bring the idea of male fertility to the table. I mean, they're talking about giving artificial wombs to men so that these transgenders, nay, transsexuals can give birth to bouncing baby whatevers. And he was the one who put a spotlight on this. I mean, his movie was a documentary about the plight of all transgenders. How dare they take his money?
Oh, the more.
Schwarzenegger is a documentary.
Wait, I thought you were I thought you were the other side.
I'm confused.
No, we're calling that. Oh wait, no, that he shouldn't say it. Whatever. I was
Way
going
to argue the other side, Red.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You argued on our side. Oh,
God damn it! It's the frogs. Alex Jones made me do it. Alex Jones made me do it.
The frogs, Gary. The
He held a
frogs
gay
don't
frog
have
to my
nothing to
head.
do with it.
He held a
Actually,
gay frog to my head and made me lick it.
Agnosis should take over for you.
Yes,
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to listen to me, okay? Because as a Republican, I am for tort reform. So, with that in mind, I'm going to I'm not going to sue them out of just principle.
That impression gave me cancer.
I know. Sorry. It's
It
the
was
sperm
pretty
with
fucking
the
terrible.
moment. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah.
No, definitely not your strong suit.
I think he just gave my ears AIDS. I mean,
Yeah.
pretty bad
Mine are
AIDS.
bleeding.
You have
That's what I
AIDS?
do.
Oh, that
You
was
should
bad.
lose just because of that fucking impression.
Yes.
I can agree to that.
We win. We got it.
Yeah, Pro
We
1-1. Pro 1-1.
Our point was
Yeah,
still
too,
strong
if you
that
love
Red
that
switched
impression.
sides.
That was a pretty good impression
Yeah,
of Alex.
they-
Arnold
Yes, our point was
Schwarzenegger.
so strong, Red switched sides.
You know what? With that argument alone,
Their argument was
that
pretty
one-
weak, though. It was a
give
weak.
that one to the pro side.
1776.
That
commence
argument's not
again.
weak at all.
Oh my god. See, this is the fucked up part is Suit Yourself is actually the one who inspired this question because they were talking about moving to Australia or something, other people were, and he posted up about they are actually going to they're studying in Australia about the public funding research to give men donor wombs. They're seriously doing this.
They're giving that
This is so
funding.
stupid.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn
Yeah,
it.
and then I was
Well, I
telling
mean, okay.
I was telling
Can I-
Merc about
can I
this,
drop-
and he said, he's like, well, wait a minute, didn't they do a documentary about that back in the 90s? And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, yeah, I think, what was it called, Junior? I'm like, you asshole. You asshole.
It was a great
No.
documentary. I mean, this guy, they gave him a womb. They gave him, he had birth and everything through C-section. It was about Arnold Schwarzenegger Jr., you know?
Get to the chopper.
Hey, yeah,
I'm
wait.
not going to squeeze that thing through my penis.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper now. We're going to go to the chopper.
Original chopper ride.
All right.
Because Arnold Schwarzenegger program, he's entitled to the money anyway.
Right.
Hey,
So this is
just
where
to
we
drop
switch
that for a
sides
second.
again.
I actually think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Can I talk?
No, Thorne, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please do.
Dropping all this shitlordery for a second. I actually think it would be like, natural women who can't have kids.
No, I actually
not all
don't disagree
terrible.
that it's not necessarily a bad idea. And that's the great thing about this. This is the in-between stuff. So I'm going to plug this show real quick. Go catch the snippets, and you're not going to get this stuff in the snippets. You're going to get just the funny parts. This is where catching the live show actually comes into play. Is you get to hear what people actually think about these things. And like I said, like I was starting to say, is that it can be a good thing, but personally, maybe they should throw money towards cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, and actually they did actually in that same tweet thread that Suit Yourself did, they actually delivered the first baby cesarean in a transplant womb in Sweden, I want to say. The baby came to full term and they were able to actually transplant a womb into a woman, and then that's where they started to talk about, oh well, let's do this for men too. And honestly, trans people have enough things going on with hormones, and I know as having had children that pregnancy really screws with who you are and like your hormones and your emotions and everything. So trying to do that to somebody else that already has mental health problems, not a good idea.
I honestly think
Doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
Didn't y'all hear about the trans couple that was, while they were the genders that they were born as, while they were as their cis selves, they got pregnant, right? And then they began their transition. So the male had the baby that the female fathered.
Explain that.
Right?
Into the
That
giant
happened like last week or the week before last.
They started hormone replacement while they were on fucking. While he was pregnant. That's so irresponsible.
Hello.
And this is why I argued once before that people should need to apply for licenses to have children.
Oh yes.
An idiot can drive a car. It's just, an idiot can have a child, but you need a license to drive a car. You need a license to handle food. But anybody can spread their legs and plop out a child.
Right.
To be fair, sex isn't that difficult.
I'm not saying that somebody who's transgender shouldn't have kids. I'm just saying, like, the whole thing with the wombs, there's got to be more hormones involved in that. I'm saying there's not enough data yet. We don't know what this is going to do.
That is fucked up.
And frankly, why don't we just do the whole, like, I've been seeing the stuff about the external wombs. Wouldn't it be better to put R&D into that?
Huxley.
So women don't even have to go through it.
Absolutely.
You're talking test tube babies.
No. These are actually like their pods.
This is Brave New World.
And they can actually strap the pods on and like feel the baby that's in the embryo chamber and stuff. They're working on that.
Yeah, they are.
As a person who never wants to have a kid in their life, why the fuck would you want to do that anyway? This seems like a way to skip a lot of grief.
Hey, adoption is a good thing.
You could actually use the excuse as a pregnant person. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, I left the baby at the grocery store. What? How the hell did you do that?
Shit.
I put it down. I put my purse down. I don't know what I was thinking. I just kind of walked out.
All right, so we're gonna mix this up.
We're gonna eliminate fetal alcohol syndrome too, if you think about it.
Oh my god!
All right.
Theoretically,
All right.
yeah, sorry, Junior. I actually lost you before you were born.
Okay, moving on here. So we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna make new teams, and since we have an odd number, that means I get to join in and have some fun with y'all.
All right. Who
Yes.
left?
All right.
No, we had a gain.
Okay, good. We're good.
Oh,
sorry.
Thorne left? Oh, no, there she is. She dropped in, dropped out.
She's back.
Here we go.
Sorry.
She's
Thorne,
back.
That happens
you
to
get
me
to
too.
choose. What side would you like, pro or con?
I'm gonna take pro this time.
All right.
Pro side. It's gonna stay with the pros. All right, going against Thorne is oh. I gotta fight
No
con.
fear, you know the questions.
All right, and joining Thorne on the pro side, does she get red? Looks like she gets Occam.
Okay.
So Occam is going to be on the pro side. Joining me on the con side is going to be Broede. Sorry.
That's okay.
All right, switch over there with me. Joining pro side, we've got red and only.
Ah,
Ooh,
nice.
bunch of badges on the pro side. Nice.
How come didn't even hit
We got the
that?
patriarchy over
And we
there.
got the prostate.
That's right.
I was like, I'm missing Sir Wolfie, aren't I?
We're all prostate.
You're fired, Taylor.
Ooh.
Ooh.
No. That's the one I forgot. Oh, okay.
You're fired all over the place.
Frog. My bad. Okay. So, we know where he's going, and we're just gonna do this. And plug it there. There we go. My bad. Okay, moving on. The next question is going to be, it's a 50-50. Ooh, thinning the herd. I think I put the quotations in the wrong spot, but where's my mouse? There it is. All right, switching over to thinning the herd. It takes
So
seconds.
Mark, we're con.
Yes, we are on the con side.
Gotcha.
Now,
Why don't you have the window up anymore?
sorry
I
about
can't
that.
see it
Oh,
either.
there.
Give me a second. Okay, so thinning the herd. Should people with handicap parking passes for being obese be required to park further from the door?
Yes.
Yeah, they shouldn't even get a fucking.
Absolutely. They can park
Exactly.
all the way
What?
on the other side of the parking lot and roll to the door.
I got a question. If they're obese, why should they even get a handicap spot? They should waddle their happy
Exactly.
ass to
That's
the door
my fucking.
so they can
point.
lose the weight.
Yeah. Wait.
Exactly.
Wait.
Hey, if you get a disability permit for being depressed, do they hand out antidepressants in the parking lot? No.
No.
You can walk your ass to that door.
All right, listen here. As a 1,200-pound man myself, fuck all you. So there you go.
Look, y'all, I'm overweight, and I have like two, and this is the truth. I've got 2 titanium hips. All right, so it's, they don't even deserve to get that privilege.
Oh, deserve. Oh,
No, they don't. I'll be honest with you.
Fuck them fatties. Let them sweat it out, huh?
Yeah.
I am a fat fuck, and I have got, but I earned my parking privilege by losing my hips.
Well, we're talking about fat fucks, not like actually disabled people.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
we're talking about just
Like real.
I'm saying they don't deserve the right to park in a handicap zone because they're not fucking handicapped. They're just fat.
Yeah, you're just lazy ass.
Fat is not a handicap.
All right.
I don't know what side I'm arguing.
Obesity is not a fucking handicap, man.
Wait, Irate, are you arguing on the pro side?
Hold on a second.
I can't see
You're
the.
butt on the pro side. If you want to argue pro side, I'll put you over there. Fine.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, you're pro side now.
I don't know. Help.
You pulled a red, Irate. You pulled a red.
We're 5-3. Wow, that's
fucked
that's
up.
gonna hurt.
It's all good. It's all good.
Let me say something.
Go for it. Say it.
I have a connective tissue disorder. I still don't have a pass to park in the handicap spot. I still walk my happy ass to the door. Why can't a fat person do it? Because they're not really handicapped. It's a weight they put on themselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Literally.
Don't
Yeah, but
start
you know why
oppressing.
that much
No,
fat
you
gets
don't.
put
You
in
do not get to start oppressing fat people. You do not get to body shame. These people earned that parking pass. Do you know how many cakes they had to eat?
No.
To get that parking pass? No, they earned it. You do not get to.
They don't earn shit. You don't earn shit by being lazy.
Happy meal.
You know how hard it is to pick up that fork?
It's literally the opposite of earning. It's literally doing fucking nothing. That is probably the only exercise they get all day.
I feel like
You're just body shaming.
it could actually
Absolutely.
I feel like it could actually help these obese people to not have these parking permits and be forced to park on the complete opposite side. Let's say they were going to work or something like that. They go to the office building, they park on the way opposite side. People have a lot more time to hear them coming. They'll see the water shaking on their desk like Jurassic Park. They'll have time to know that they're walking toward the business, and then they can go have the doors wide open so they can fit through and help them to get in the door and all that kind of stuff.
Here's my question though: if they have to walk across, if they have to walk across the parking lot, are you going to be the one who's going to be stuck behind them while they're waddling their butt? No, keep them in the front so that they can get in and out and get their cakes and their fatty little treats quicker.
You just
make sure you don't see them as much. Plus, what if you accidentally hit one? They're going to do more damage to your car than anything.
Oh my god!
Oh, I don't drive. So
The only problem I could
I'm not a fat fuck.
The only problem, I know I'm on the pro side, but the only problem I could foresee with this is if one of them, they have more time to trip on their way to the door then. So if one of them trips and accidentally wipes out, they have more time to trip and wipe out the city. That's the problem. So, you know.
Oh, the city!
Liability.
The whole city. Huh? This giant fucking Godzilla.
Well, I mean,
shockwave
buildings and stuff. The shockwave.
Bullshit.
I'm a skinny fuck.
You have like a mushroom cloud of debris.
No, hold on a second. Fuck you. You shut up.
Concrete.
Fucking goddamn bitches.
Concrete.
Damn right.
Concrete and all this other stuff on the ground would crumble and fly up in the air.
Yeah. So what were you saying, Thorne?
I was basically from the song.
Really?
I was saying I'm a skinny fuck. How come How come I have to like walk fucking further than somebody who basically lays around and eats cake all day?
Oh,
It's not just cake. Eat other
Here's a
things.
good pro for you.
It's literally a cakewalk.
Here's a good pro for you.
Oh, that was horrible.
With the fat people walking from the other side, they can also make money by
Jesus.
testing new seismic machines.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, that hurts.
No, see, if you're that fat, why not go work in construction? You could get the job as a wrecking ball for a construction site. Go swinging around on a rope, smash into a building, and then that whole floor of that building is getting wiped out.
All right, I
You
got
don't need any more
something
fat
against
people in the
that.
construction field.
I got something against what you just said there. I don't want people seeing I came in like a wrecking ball.
are there actually any armed? Can I say something?
Please do.
Because it feels like no one is on the con side here right now, and
I have no other
I've been
argument.
trying to.
It's too funny.
I've been trying to get a word in edgewise.
Just mute some motherfuckers.
But so it's like, okay, so yeah, okay, I'm glad you got your chuckles. Fat Vicky. But seriousness though, the point of it is for the parking, and that you still haven't given any fucking reasons other than you just want to laugh at them and troll them while they're going down the fucking parking lot. They just
Well,
want
how
to.
about this? How about
They
this?
just want to park. Hold on. They just want to park, man. They just want to get in there.
To be fair, I said it would be an exercise for him, so I wasn't being
not
a
just that,
bitch.
but if all the fat people take up the handicap spots, because where we 2 to 6, depending on even for just a grocery store, and if these people that just because they're fat get these handicap spots, what about the people that are I don't know, actually like walking in a walker with a cane? They have 97-year-old bones that will break if the wind blows a little hard.
Pregnant women.
I mean, So, I mean, it's just like, honestly, if these fat people their only disability is being fat, that is a self-inflicted disability. And you know what? When people self-inflict suicide, that's against the law. Why isn't self-inflicting fat against the law? Why is it rewarded with a cushy 10-step walk to the store?
See, and they're just lucky that they don't have to walk up an incline, because you could make it so there's a huge incline they have to walk up, so that way as soon as they get to the top of this incline, they're so tired out they can't make the last step, and then they roll all the way back down. They roll all the way back down, then roll across the parking lot all the way back to their vehicle.
And then there's those stupid fucking. Then there's the carts. Once they get to like to the where they're going, they got those fucking carts they get to drive around, and there's cause traffic accidents and shit. And then
Can you imagine
sit there while the police come and have to, take. It's just ridiculous.
Think of the poor roads.
Wasted.
I got a story.
Listen, do you expect them to just walk in to these stores with wheelbarrows holding their giant fucking bellies? No, they get to sit on these little things and pop their fat fucking guts on these little carts and motor around the aisles, okay?
And think about the poor roads and the poor vehicles they drive. The vehicles must be so weighted down that the bottoms are scraping. You just see sparks flying.
Well, no, they're lopsided. They're lopsided.
Ahmed, I'm not that skinny.
Yeah, it's a lot of the shock absorbers. The shock absorber companies make a lot of money off of this stuff because of the one-sided lean that these cars get. So that's actually good for the economy.
To be fair, they usually have somebody else with them that's equally as fat in the car. So
I actually have a problem about those. A story about those hover rounds. I was in a Walmart because, of course, it's a fucking Walmart, and there's like this heavy lady that basically races this girl to the fucking hover round, and the only reason she was able to win that race is because this teenage girl is in a full leg cast. So
Jesus.
Yeah, she wouldn't let her. She's like, "You're young, you'll be fine." I'm just like, but she's actually disabled. I mean, temporarily.
I've worn air boots and stuff like that, and had hard time walking. And my mother-in-law and other people are like, "Well, why don't you get in one of those little basket things?" I'm like, "Oh hell no, I don't want to be seen in one of those. I don't want to be seen in it."
No, I mean she had like a plastered one.
Yeah.
Hers was plaster. Hers was a hard cast.
So yeah, that's even worse. But still, it's there's some of these people out there that will literally race to them to try to get them, just because they don't want to walk a little extra, even though that walking that little extra will help
That's
those
their
needs.
exercise.
I've never seen a fat person move that fast.
I bet you the Rashido's under that seat.
No, she
Here's
wanted
an
that
idea.
fucking scooter.
Here's a thought. What we could do to help out all these obese people is we need to get NASA and Elon Musk from SpaceX to work together to come up with a good program where we can send all of these people up into space to be astronauts. But then when it's time for them to come back down to Earth, like, you know how when meteorites come into our atmosphere, they start burning up from the excess stuff around the meteorite burns up in the atmosphere from the friction. Well, you just, when you're sending them back to Earth, don't send them back in the satellite or rocket. You just drop them.
See,
And as they're falling to Earth, they'll burn the extra fat off.
No, here's the problem with that. You're going to put all these fat, hold on a second. You're going to put all these fat people up there. Do you realize what that's going to do to the tides with the gravitational pull with their combined weights?
We just gotta hope that there's not one big enough to impact the Earth too hard when it gets back down, and then we have like an extinction level event. You got like 1,000-foot tidal waves.
All right, I think we're going to move on to the last one. And this one, it took me a little bit to figure out the question, and I'm not sure if I got this the way I really want to say it or the way it should be. But it's obviously going to be the couch. There's only that one choice. And so we're going to move on to, where is it? The couch. Okay, try this again.
I can't. I had to turn my bandwidth all the way down, so I can't actually see.
All right. So it's not working the right way, but it's going to be the couch. Would Harvey Weinstein been able to avoid the controversy by using a camera and claiming he was shooting a porn?
Oh, wow.
I won't play no more.
You're a fucking genius, man.
Oh, that's right, because you're for this now.
Dude.
Oh wait, I have to be on the pro side? Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Well,
tell you what. Honestly, the only difference between, voyeurism and an art film, aka porn, is whether or not somebody's getting paid for it. So, had he paid these women and videotaped it, I mean, he wouldn't even have had to have their consent really nowadays with some of these porn categories. All you have to do is give the women money or positions of power like he'd already been doing and actually videotaped it. He would have had more fapping material for later. And, he would have been clear the whole time because it would have just been an art film.
So are you saying all those payoffs and NDAs are just
Was seeing the cameras, seeing the cameras, they would have known it was there and what it was for, so therefore they were giving their consent.
Yep.
So there it wouldn't be right.
Besides the fact that they already knew what they were getting into anyway. I mean, who gets on the casting couch without knowing what part they're going for?
Yeah, especially in these later years.
The only thing that he'd have to be wary of still is he'd have to make sure that the IRS gets a cut of gets some money for it. They're probably going to be like, oh, money is being exchanged between people. So, you don't want to have some sort of a Al Capone type of a tax fraud situation going on where they arrest him.
At least he'd have all the money for the legal fees selling the porn, so that way he wouldn't have to give up his business.
But yeah, because he also got permits to take into consideration probably as well.
Who still pays for porn?
Porn is still porn.
See, either way, personally, going about it,
I mean, there are people who pay for celebrity porn.
You see, now you're getting off track, though. We're going to bring this back into what Harvey Weinstein did. I know this has been a thing that's been happening throughout the industry for, decades. Shirley Temple.
Centuries,
even
actually.
had it. Well, yeah, even centuries. Since cameras have been around. Well, since, there's been people of power. No matter what you do, they're still utilizing their power to get what they want. And it's that little trade-off. It's like, hey, you do this for me and I'll make sure you have a good career. And it's wrong. Either way, with camera, no camera, it's wrong. Okay? And I mean, you look at somebody like Shirley Temple, she was molested when she was 12 years old. Same thing with Marilyn Monroe. I mean, every female actress and many male actors have had this happen. So just why putting a camera there? It's not going to make any difference. It's wrong either way. And I shut Pro down. Nice. Moving on. That's the end of the game. Thank you for showing up.
I was just telling Thorne and others in chat that I'm about to go to the deepest, darkest bowels of hell. Okay.
Those are the best parts of hell, though.
So, honestly, I mean, look at you can't go at it from these point of views with the children, because Harvey Weinstein did not molest 12-year-olds. Harvey Weinstein did not do these things to children. Now, in some states, 16 and 15 are the ages of consent. And when mommy and daddy bring the children in and they know what Hollywood is doing, so it's the parents are the ones in the wrong, because I mean, come on, you're bringing your bundles of joy to a sexual pervert, and you know what he's going to do with that material. That's where the wrong is.
Dang.
It's kind of upsetting that you still have the higher ground where he's like, oh, Lisa wasn't molesting children. Yeah, but you're still a fucking scumbag.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Think about it. It's Hollywood. Sometimes that's the only way to get ahead. Literally.
Now here, okay. So here's my question. I'm kind of more of a serious note on this. Is that it wasn't unknown, right? I mean, people knew about it.
Yeah.
And yet they still went. You know, it's like saying, you know, if you go into this room, your ass is gonna bleed, and people are like, okay, and go in anyway. Who the fuck does that? I know you want a career in Hollywood, but not everybody went to Harvey Weinstein, sucked his dick, and then got a career.
Yeah, no, but well, you don't get that. You don't suck Harvey Weinstein's dick to be a damn carpenter on a movie set, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do it to get like
it's for the fame, right? Exactly. Gwyneth Paltrow, blah blah blah. You know, all those people. You know,
that's talent. Yeah.
When I was younger,
it's like selling your soul. If you think about it, they know what they knew. Everybody knew about Harvey Weinstein. There's jokes about it. You know?
And see, I'm not saying it's right, even though it was well known. It doesn't make it right. But I can't remember whose stream I was watching, but they brought up that this kind of like perversion's been around for a long time, and that there were things back in the 50s and 60s with children and other sex rings getting broken up, and the light was shown on Hollywood's underside, the dark underbelly.
Right, that was mine.
Oh, that was yours. Okay, it was like the dark underbelly, and then all of a sudden it went away, and then nope, it's back again. It's something that's whenever there's fame, even like throughout time, perversion has existed. And it's not just Hollywood, hell, Bollywood, in the UK, in the theater districts. I mean, when fame and just debauchery seem to go hand in hand, and some people are willing to do anything, literally sell their souls to the devil for an opportunity, and then they have buyer's remorse where they're like, I was willing to do anything, I had the hunger. And then later, once they realize, oh shit, wait a minute, I didn't have to do that. It doesn't make what happened to them right, but still it's the culture where we're like, oh no, it's okay. It's fame. It's okay. Yeah, you did what you had to do.
Yeah.
So, I like that this is now a serious discussion.
And that's what this turns into. It was just fine. Sometimes to make a change or bring something to light, you kind of have to start off with a joke, and that's where we're going with this.
Yeah, Thorne, this is usually, or well, not usually, but sometimes when this happens, it ends up being one of the things that we talk about on Wednesdays, or that they talk about on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
so
it transitions into a serious topic.
Wednesday's a serious deal.
Yeah. So we're actually
because this is like a really toxic topic, and there are a few every once in a while that are like,
oh God, yeah,
wrong for joking about this. So the in-betweens, like you were saying earlier, is like the people that actually watch the show while it's happening, they'll hear the serious side where we're like, actually, this is what we believe about this topic in brief format. And then we'll move on to another joking round, because there are some people that no matter what the subject is, it's like, oh no, can't touch this one. This is not a joke. I mean, like this one hurt for me to make jokes about.
Nothing is off when it comes to this show. Now, if you do check out the snippets, I do trim down a lot of this crap because I do want people to come watch the live show, because that's where you get, everything.
I actually genuinely couldn't think of anything for this one.
Neither could I.
I had to think like a pervert. I've been around enough of them.
I did think of one thing to say for this argument, and that is that the pro side are full of fat shaming, baby eating sexists. Thank you.
So the only thing is
that sounds like my side.
Proud of it.
Hey, do what it takes to win, right?
I eat a bowl of fresh baby hearts every morning.
Weinstein the shit out of that.
A bowl of fresh baby hearts.
All right, so we're coming up on our hour mark, and that's I try and keep this
And
within that
Walking
range.
Dead's coming on.
That's always like a good time. That's what I do for my show too.
Yeah, it's just that way it doesn't run on. We kind of force everything into a little tight spot. So that being said,
Just make a rape joke. Oh, too soon.
It's not a rape joke if she asks for it. Sorry.
All right. So that being said,
Oh my.
I want to make sure everybody, you get about. I'm going to just kind of work down the list here. You get about 5 seconds to go ahead.
Thorne needs a little extra longer. She's got a charity stream she needs to plug.
Oh, Thorne. Okay, so Thorne, I'll actually let you go last, so you get a little bit longer plug. Agnosis, go ahead and feel free to show your stuff. You got about 5 to 10 seconds.
I just have a YouTube channel. It's super small right now, but you can find it just by searching my name.
All right. Broede, to you.
Hey, yeah, name's Broede Bringham, same as the YouTube channel. I also have a Twitter account at Broede Bringham. And I just did a video about the Weinstein thing, by the way.
Hey,
Oh,
there
God.
you go.
I'm
All
sorry.
Irate.
Better to start off with a rape joke. We're going to be very offended.
Hey,
Awesome.
I'm Irate Prostate, and I've got a channel that I do this thing called the Cream Stream Friday night, specifically on my channel. But I also make videos ranging from comedy to serious topics, just depending on what hits me at the time. As a matter of fact, I did a comical piece between Weinstein and Bill Clinton. You might want to check that out. It's pretty fucking funny, in my opinion.
It was hilarious.
But then again, I thought the Schwarzenegger imitation was not bad anyway. So.
No accounting for taste, eh?
All right,
Thanks,
Akana,
amigos.
to you, sir.
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so yeah, just subscribe to my channel. I do videos about politics and different things I find on the internet. You just got to check it out. It varies depending on what I feel like making. So yeah, just subscribe. I'm not too far away from 200 subs, so I'm at 176, I think, right now. So getting closer.
Me either. I'm less than 10. I'm very excited.
Nice. All right, so Red.
Oh, okay. So I'm the Red and Only. I've got, which is 20 seconds of me singing, and then we've done a couple streams. The last one, if you want to see what happens when Red gets really, really drunk and stupid, you can watch that for 3 hours. But normally on Wednesday or Thursday, we'll do the midweek wind-up, where it's the more serious version of this show. I've had Irate Prostate on there both nights, and then I had Sir Wolfie on and had several others. Sir Wolfie, Irate Prostate, and I are talking about putting together a Sunday night show where we actually have serious discussion in the evenings, and we'll try to put a format around it soon, but look for some ass hattery to be had by all. So.
All right. Thank you, Red. And Sir Wolfie, to you, sir.
I am Sir Wolfie. I have a YouTube channel. I also have Twitter. Twitter is Sir Wolfie01. Yeah, YouTube is 265 and growing. So come and kneel for me. Watch my content.
Groovy.
All right. Thank you, Sir Wolfie. And Thorne, I'm going to give you a little bit of extra time since you're doing a charity stream. Go ahead and plug your stuff.
Cool. I am Thorne. You can find me on Twitter at Lady of Misrule. That's lady with an I and of with a 0. It's not my fault. I got stuck with that because I'm an idiot. I guess it is my fault. But anyway, I run a YouTube channel, and at least twice weekly, I have a stream Thursday nights at 10 and Sundays at noon Central Standard Time called Bad Optics. That's a random... it's basically whatever subject I feel like talking about that particular day. I also made a video recently about romances, but yes, this coming Monday, I'm not sure what time yet. I'm going to be on Reading Ren's channel, and we're going to be doing a charity stream for the trucking motherfucker Magnus Deacon. I will be wearing a sweater with a bra underneath, and if you donate certain amounts of money, I will undo a fucking button. So, yeah. Magnus has been helping Ren a lot, and she wants to return the favor now that he's having a hard time.
I think we need to pull our money. All right.
I think we know what we're doing on Monday.
Yep.
Wow, chicken, wow, wow.
All right. I appreciate everybody showing up. Once again, thank you to all my guests and to the newbies who have been here and had their cherries popped today.
Good bunch tonight.
Yeah, it's a great show. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I appreciate everybody in the chat that actually participated and who have been some very dedicated people coming to the chat and participating in the show. You can catch the show every Sunday. And we're trying to do it at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for you guys everywhere else, which seems to be everywhere else. Like we're the only ones here on the Pacific Coast. Everybody else is on the East Coast or Australia or England. Fucking hell. Anyway, catch us live. Also look for the snippets coming out should be doing them every day. They're gonna be the 5 to 10 minute little clips of the highlights. Other than that, yeah, I'm gonna put descriptions in the link below. And for all of these people, make sure you go subscribe. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks.